Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by the REC Toycast. I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me, as always,
Erik Icarus.
Eric.
What's up? I got a little honey in my voice tonight.
You do got a little honey in your voice, man. We're both sick.
Yeah.
We're not socially distancing properly in the studio.
No, we're not. And then afterwards,
yeah,
get a little quiet time with each other.
Yeah.
Cool down is what we call it.
So, guys, we do apologize for the coughing and stuff, but we're still doing the show. We're still doing the show.
We do not cancel shows.
And we've got a couple shout-outs.
Yeah, we do.
First, we want to shout out Comics for College on Instagram. He is the person who won our episode 150 giveaway. He got his comics safe and sound and posted about it, and we really appreciate it. So, again, thank you, Comics for College.
Yeah, thank you.
Go check him out. He is selling comics on his page to put his kid through college. So,
which is awesome. Yeah, that's admirable.
Very
that's
admirable.
Cool.
And then a big shout out to, if you remember, at Vincinical from our auction. He was the assassin.
He was the
sniper.
The sniper, dude.
He was driving up the prices. Really pushing everybody, and it was super fun to watch. We were having a blast.
That was fun.
Following that, so
he
posted a little shout out to us and at Sales to Astonish, the man himself, the host with the most, Dusty over there. So so thank you at Comics for College and at Vincinical. It really helps. Those posts really help us out. People see it. You guys got a lot of followers, and thank you guys so much. Eric, we're gonna continue our saga.
What's the saga?
Before there was an MCU. All right, we're hitting year 2005, which, when we got done with our last episode, Eric was like, man, doesn't 2005 suck? And I was like, no.
Oh, no.
No, it does not.
Oh.
So we've got a long list of movies that we need to hit, a couple that we'll spend probably more time on that we should.
Yeah, of course.
But in alphabetical order, we're going to start with Batman Begins.
Oh, my God. We don't have to take much time on this. I feel like everything that said about this movie has already been said, but we can give a quick take on it because this came out like we referenced a year after Catwoman, Halle Berry's Catwoman.
Yeah.
So the same studio that brought you that
Garbage Fire.
Yes, brings you ultimately the realism, bringing the realism to comic book movies.
Yeah.
Taking a real serious dark take on Batman through Christopher Nolan.
Plays on year one. Some Dark Knight feelings in there, just like an overall more serious tone.
Absolutely.
And really like taking the super out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect, man. I mean, I love the way that they justify his weapons.
Yes.
Like, it's not dated military tech, but it's not unused military tech.
Yeah. Like, they couldn't afford to get this stuff.
Yeah.
And, really tying him into the League of Assassins, League of Shadows, giving us Ra's al Ghul, giving us Scarecrow.
Yes.
It was
Falcone.
Yeah.
I don't know if Falcone's a...
Oh, totally.
Is he? Okay.
Falcone, one of the Falcones is like responsible for like the Long Halloween and
oh,
stuff
that's
like
right.
that. So, yeah.
Oh my God, that's right, dude.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. The only crime family we haven't seen adapted live action that I think is the Thorns.
Yes.
Solely in the animated universe.
Right.
And not in any Batman continuity that I've read, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I haven't read all the Batman comics. So
for sure.
This is, I think, the best of the Dark Knight trilogy. I agree. It still holds up
big time,
almost as much as it did the first time I saw it. Whereas I've talked about on the show quite often. I feel like Dark Knight, the Dark Knight doesn't hold up for me as much anymore.
Essentially, the Joker stuff is great.
It is. Yes.
But other than that movie is not as good as everyone thinks or remembers. It is.
Agreed.
But this one holds up great. Killer casts. Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox, which is the first time we're getting Lucius in a movie. Awesome. Yeah. Gary Oldman as Commissioner Gordon, which, come on. So awesome. And then...
Lost and Arrows.
I like it when he's like, shoots down the bridge and he goes,
yes. Ah! Yeah. Gary Oldman's such a great...
He's the man.
Yeah, dude, and I forget how good he is.
Right. Even when he's
Gordon.
Yeah, he's great in side parts. He's just so good. Yeah. He doesn't take away, doesn't steal, he just adds.
Yeah, so good.
And then Michael Caine as Alfred Pennyworth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet. But,
we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there. And then Katie Holmes as.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was in that movie.
Yeah,
oh
so did
crap.
everybody else.
Yeah, Jesus. And I actually really liked her.
She was great.
I liked her version of it better than the one we got
Maggie.
in Dark Knight. Than Maggie. Yeah. Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
And then this is the only movie where he doesn't do the bat voice.
I mean, he
does swear to me.
Yeah.
But he's being really overtly angry there.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, I thought it was fine.
Yeah. Great movie.
Yeah, awesome movie. Stupid weapon though, but let's move on. Stupid end weapon. Oh my God, we forgot to shout out Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul, yeah, so good.
What's
Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ken Watanabe as the red herring.
Oh my God.
As the red herring, yeah.
That's right.
Yep. So
just go watch this movie.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
I think I need to rewatch it myself. One that really blew me away. Mm-hmm. I watch it once a year at least.
Oh yeah.
Is Constantine. Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
But before there was a Keanu Sans, Constantine had already come out, and it's so damn good.
Very controversial statement.
It's super controversial because what's great about this, Eric, is that you get to have your cake and eat it too.
Absolutely.
You can love the Constantine comic book, the Hellblazer comic book, and you can love this, and you're getting chocolate cake, and then you're getting like devil's food cake.
Totally.
Hellblazer is its own thing. This is Constantine. This is Hellblazer adjacent. Earth 2 Constantine.
I like it, man.
And it's excellent. It is amazing. A really good movie it's a good movie for people who don't know that it's a comic too.
Right, absolutely. You can just jump into it and it's fine.
So good.
But if you know the lore of John Constantine, they throw in little things in there and you're like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. I know a lot of diehard Constantine fans that hate this movie, which I kind of understand, and their argument to me is like, well, it's what they did. It's like what they did to you with Daredevil. No.
No.
I feel like
because this is arguably, as much as I like the Daredevil movie, this is
just a good movie.
This is great.
It's an amazing movie. We've got Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, a young Shia LaBeouf,
straight out of Holes.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
Had to do it. Sorry. Yeah. And then, oh my God, I always forget this beautiful actress's name. I always have a crush on
Rachel Weisz.
Thank you.
Yeah.
James Bond's wife.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to get a chance.
No.
But she's amazing in this movie.
So
plays twins, if I'm not mistaken. We get Jaimin Hansu. Our main man.
As Papa Midnight.
Yeah. I'm so awesome they brought him in. You know what I mean? Kind of the guy who's not really taking sides, but knows when to take a side.
You know what I mean? Is supposed to maintain balance. His bar is neutral.
Right.
And I think that they made him kind of more smooth.
Yeah. Big time.
And what he's doing is praying. It's such a good occult movie.
Yes.
It's such a fun. I mean, the tattoos. Yeah. You believe Keanu Reeves' character. It's a very different character than Keanu plays. I think
he's way different than the John Constantine from the comics.
Yes. The one that they did on NBC, I believe, was fantastic.
Which I've heard. I heard
first 4 episodes kind of, and then it knows it's getting canceled. So the last 7 are really good. That one is definitely more Constantine than this movie is, but this movie deserves its place with another movie on our list in terms of comic books that are more graphic novels, more adult material.
Oh, real quick before we move on, Gavin Rossdale in this movie from Bush fame.
Finger looking good. Oh man, such a weird character. I would have liked more of the character.
I thought he was fine.
There's not enough of him in the movie, and the guy's full on bomb dude, dime piece.
Yeah, dude.
And there's just not enough of him.
There's not enough, and the way he gets messed up is awesome.
It is. It's such a great
way
fight.
John fights him. Yeah.
I need gold brass knuckles with crosses on them. I need that.
I mean Johnny Utah. I mean John Constantine.
Yeah.
I mean Johnny Mnemonic. Oh my god.
Yeah. He's like, look, guys, I only have a little bit of room. Okay, so if you can make them all Johns and Johnnies, I'm your man. All right, I'm your man.
John Wick.
Dude, you're.
What's going on here?
I never knew this until you just started saying it. Holy crap! Oh, this bears some research on your part.
I think it does. Yeah,
find out all the Johns and Johnnies that he's doing. All right. Probably the best on this list, baby. The Crow, Wicked Prayer. Go.
Oh my goodness.
Go.
I will say, watch this movie because of the entertainment value.
Oh my gosh, it's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Hands down funny.
Yeah.
We got it takes place after the third one, which I always forget the name of it.
About it. It's not Stairway to Heaven. We talked about it.
Yeah, we already talked about it, but it sucks. That one sucks too. But this one sucks on a level where it's almost it's comedy. It's a meta comedy. It's like they know they're in a crap movie.
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Oh, we're gonna act so bad."
This is Tara Reid, okay. Edward Furlong, okay. He's the Crow.
He had it, yeah.
But David Boreanaz,
fresh out of Angel.
Fresh. Like
out of Angel.
He may have actually been doing season 4 or 5 when this was going on. Dennis Hopper as El Nino,
as the satanic pimp priest.
Oh God, it's so terrible. Danny Trejo's in there as well.
Yes,
and a movie in which Danny Trejo doesn't add anything at all.
No.
Yeah, it's so bad.
No.
You gotta do the Crow's dance, man. Oh God, it's so terrible. This is the worst Crow movie by far.
Oh yeah.
And there are 2 other terrible Crow movies to talk about. That exist.
David, one of your fighter dudes is in there. David Ortiz.
David Ortiz is in there. Yeah, it's Famine. Yeah, you're
Famine.
Right.
I thought he'd bring a lot of his combat experience into this movie, and no. It's such a. The reason it's so funny is because like the reasons I listed, the actors I feel like they didn't care.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is a paycheck. We read the script. Except for Tara Reid, I just think was just on a lot of drugs. At this point.
She's just gone.
And Edward Furlong was not on enough drugs.
Or he had done too many. Right. I don't know what it was, but
he was so subdued. And normally this kid had potential.
He had potential. Tara Reid had potential.
She did,
and they just partied and
wasted it away.
Wasted it away.
I would say go watch this movie because it is just too funny. Dennis Hopper as the satanic pimp priest, spouting off like just random. Slang like, hey homeboy, thanks for representing all the G's out here.
It's terrible, and it's what was crazy is that like all of these people we've seen act well.
They're all great,
and like obviously Dennis Hopper's has already had his time.
Oh yeah.
He's done everything, but it seems like this is all of their first movie. Hands down, it's their first movie. And I've never seen any interviews. I would like to track some down to see like what they talk about, if they talk about it at all.
I mean, I got to see if there's a commentary track on this movie. I'm gonna watch it.
You're doing that by yourself, my friend.
I'm gonna have to. But real quick, I'm gonna reference the funniest scene my friend over here just did. There's a scene where spoilers. But Edward Furlong's crow ends up dying, and this takes place on an Indian reservation. And which they worship a raven, and I don't think they realize crows and ravens are completely different species.
Are they
completely different?
Because I feel like they're
completely completely different.
Because I feel like it's pretty common that people think that they're the same.
No, they do. Crows are way bigger than ravens.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, they have to revive Edward Furlong's crow, and they have this dance to revive him called the Crow's Dance, and which they're worshipping a raven doing the crow's dance.
Yeah.
And Danny Trejo takes his shirt off.
Yeah.
And just proceeds to go. Yeah. This is the crow's dance.
Yeah, he just made it up right there.
His moves just.
Oh yeah.
Well, the best line is he's because his son is a police officer. He goes, Dad, you have to do the crow's dance.
Yeah.
And he goes, they think I was a fool. And his son goes, show him how fools dance. And that he does.
Yeah. I saw it. I synced it.
I even did the crow's dance at my boy's wedding.
Yeah, it was.
It did not go over well.
Well, I mean, it was a blessed affair. It was a blessed affair. Your favorite, the sequel, the quasi sequel to your favorite movie.
Oh yeah,
Elektra. Jennifer Garner's Elektra, which I defend the Daredevil movie at great lengths. It's hard for me. I still can just because my wife loves this movie.
Mrs. RDC podcast loves Elektra
she does.
Movie.
It's not good, but I've watched it so many times I've become desensitized to its badness. So like I get it's like I've got like a weird reward. I think there were some rewards.
I'm about to say. Yeah I hope so, man.
So I think that I now associate it with a good thing, And she loves it. It's a okay made for TV movie type of thing, but it's not good.
It's just one of the worst movies in general, not just comic book movies. It's one of the worst movies, and I feel bad because I adore your wife and I love her opinions, but I'm like, how can you like this movie?
She loves it, dude.
This movie takes place literally right after Daredevil. Like they kind of follows the comics to an extent. They take her body.
Yeah.
or the Hand. I don't know if they call him the Hand in this movie.
I don't think they call them the Hand.
But this league of assassins kind of assume her body and take her, much like in the comics, and they revive her. Mm-hmm. And she comes back from the dead. We only see Ben Affleck as Daredevil in flashback at the very beginning. And
I don't even think that's in the movie. I think that was in the director's cut.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I don't even think that was in the movie.
She ends up taking this young girl under her wing, right? Am I getting this right? Yeah. And it really
she uses that necklace as a weapon.
Yes, and this is not Elektra.
No, it's not.
It really isn't. The Elektra from the comics is a very amazing, cool character who deserves justice. I think she got justice in the Daredevil TV series. You are on the contrary to that. You did not care for Elektra in Netflix Daredevil.
Give me 2003 Elektra over Netflix Elektra.
Bold.
Yeah, yikes. I that's how much I disliked that version of Elektra in the I would put Jennifer Garner in that role. That's right, I said it. Come for me, internet. Come for me.
They're coming. But let's talk about the my favorite villain, because she fights a pack of generic ninjas
with superpowers.
Yeah, and
tattoo guy.
The tattoo guy's my favorite. Yeah. He has tattoos that come alive, which I believe he's a real character in comics.
And in both Marvel and DC.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they each have a tattooed man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, one of them is a tattooed man. I think this guy is just straight tattoo.
Yeah, tattoo.
And I think it's like TATU. Just because it's got to be different. But yeah, the tattooed man. There's an excellent tattooed man appearance in the Jeff Johns run of Green Lantern, where Batman calls Hal and says, "I need you to come to Gotham. We got to get this guy." Basically, he's like, "Hal, I need you to distract the tattoos while I fight the man." And this guy's like they kind of revamped him for this story.
See, that's
he's like
awesome.
he's like an ex special forces Black Ops guy. Mm-hmm. So yeah. He uses Green Lantern to lure all the tattoos off of him so that Bruce can fight the guy.
Yeah,
and it was awesome. Yeah, it was really
that
really cool.
Is how you do the tattoo guy. I think he has some snakes coming at. Yeah,
he's doing that stuff, and they're flying off of his body. Yeah, I don't know. It's terrible. It's terrible.
It is worth a watch for the comedic value. I will say that.
It is. Yeah.
Jennifer Garner with her straw jawline.
Yeah.
Really bringing it.
She's got one of the best jaws in the business.
She does, man. She's got the superhero jaw. Yeah. She doesn't need the mask.
Yeah. She'd fill out that Daredevil mask really well. 2005 also brought us our first official Fantastic Four movie.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Fantastic Four 1, which I'm okay with as a film. I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it too.
I'm okay with it
on the level that it was supposed to be a family movie.
Yes, and a lot of people don't. They're literally on their comic. It says the first family of comics.
Exactly.
So it's meant to be. Now they do have amazing stories that are way more fleshed out
and dark.
They just did two. They didn't get the right cast with the exception. 2 of the 4 were excellent.
Okay.
I mean, arguably to this day, still 2 of the best casting in anything Marvel is Michael Chiklis as the Thing, and Captain America himself,
Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. Yep, I agree.
They're so good together. They make both of those movies, in my opinion.
Yep.
And this movie is fine. It does not do justice to arguably my top 3 favorite villain in Doctor Doom.
Yep. The guy from Nip Tuck, I always forget his name.
And he's great as
Julian
Victor.
Something.
Yeah, he's great as Victor.
Yeah, because he's playing the guy from Nip Tuck.
Yes, and that guy works.
He's
a good-looking dude. He's got
plays it well.
Jennifer Garner jawline. He's got all the things to be a leading man.
Totally.
In Hollywood for our purposes.
For sure.
But they just really watered down Doom.
Oh yeah. Which again, I get why. Mm-hmm. They were really playing for kids and family, whole families to come watch this. This was supposed to be their flagship for families, which is a smart idea.
Yeah.
But you can do that, which The Incredibles showed us.
Yeah.
You can do that with having tons of action and layered characters.
And I think The Incredibles hurt this coming out the year before.
I think
because that was an excellent Fantastic Four movie. This was it was fine. This is a C+ for me.
Yeah, me too.
Because I would watch it right now.
I would watch it right now. It's fine. Just for if it was on checklist.
If I was cleaning the house, and it was on TV, I would totally. I wouldn't change the channel.
Yeah, it's one of those movies for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I could get into this. I actually like Jessica Alba as Sue. I think she's got a good look, and but it's just hard to take her as a scientist.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's just hard. But I think that her, I think the female energy that she brings to the story actually works.
Absolutely. She never plays the damsel in distress. No. She plays it strong.
She does.
I will give her that. But yeah, she has a hard time conveying the scientist aspect of it. Mr. Fantastic, I always forget that guy's name.
Something or other.
I guess he's okay. But I don't get I don't believe his science guy aspect either.
You could have switched him mid-movie, and I don't know that I would have noticed.
I wouldn't either. Didn't there the lead scene where he looks like Wolverine?
Yeah, he looks like Hugh Jackman.
Is that what
he's like a man with a strong jaw,
and then he turns into Jennifer Gardner.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would have been so hilarious. Yeah.
But then he stretches into Hugh
Jackman a little bit. Yeah, I was in a deleted scene. Kelly Washington. As Alicia.
Yes, who deep cuts.
Deep cuts.
Very deep cuts for the kids that don't know.
I would have liked to have seen. So she's a blind sculptor in the MCU, blind artist, but then I think they just make her a sculptor down the road. And she's Ben Grimm's love interest for the majority of comics history.
Right.
Because she loves him for what he is on the inside. Right. And
she can't see. Doesn't she like touch his face?
Yeah.
And sculpt him like that Lionel Richie video?
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. And yeah, man, Kelly Washington. I mean, there's some really early. I mean, I don't think we talked about it in Daredevil, but the Ellen Page there. I think
she was in that.
Yeah, she's their secretary. It's Ellen Pompeo.
Oh yeah,
Karen Page. Sorry, Karen Page.
I thought you said okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Karen Page, played by Ellen Pompeo, and like that stuff's getting set up.
Oh, yeah.
This is another one where we have Kelly Washington playing a female character that is prominent. In Spider-Man 1, we didn't talk about it. Elizabeth Banks plays Betty something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look it up later. But she was a love interest for Peter early on.
Was she like the receptionist?
Betty Brandt.
Oh, okay.
Betty Brandt.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
She plays Betty Brandt. And so, yeah, you have all these, like, very prominent Hollywood figures now.
Kind of slumming it
as the next in line to be the damsel in distress. Very, very strange. Very strange.
Yeah, I mean, this is something I would watch with your kids. I throw it on. This is fine. I can dig it.
Mr. Fantastic's the only one whose powers don't look very good.
Oh yeah.
I liked I think Chickless doesn't look bad at all.
It still holds up because it's practical.
Because it's practical. His voice is perfect.
Perfect.
Johnny Storm. He's like he does the fire.
Yep.
He's like, now imagine that. Everywhere,
he's got some good lines.
He's just got great charisma.
Oh yeah,
he was by far better than Michael B. Jordan's Johnny Storm, but we'll get to that.
That's a whole other can of worms
and a whole another series because that's after there was an MCU.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's writing itself, boys and girls.
Ooh,
so we would give that a C plus.
Sure, it's fine.
Now something out of Erik's let's say his palette, his painter's palette is A History of Violence.
Oh yeah.
Who's the director? You might have to look it up.
David Cronenberg from The Fly fame. Does body horror like nobody's business.
And great practical effects in here for violence.
Just not a lot of violence in this movie, but when it happens, oh my god, it's nauseating.
Yeah, I was like,
it punctuates it because a lot of people don't realize that we're talking about this because it is based off of a graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget the name, so I looked it up. It was written by John Wagner, and illustrated by Vince Locke.
Okay.
And I believe John Wagner did Judge Dredd. He adapted the Judge Dredd or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with any of his work outside of A History of Violence. And it's just this violent movie, really boiling down. I don't want to ruin it.
We don't want to ruin it, but it boils down identity.
Yes. Good. Great way to put it.
It boils down violence as a whole in just America.
Yeah.
And what it means to act in violence.
Yeah.
Are you doing it altruistically?
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing it because you like it?
Mm-hmm.
The killer cast.
Yeah.
I mean, Ed Harris.
Oh
my God, kills it,
one
man.
of the greats. Vigo.
Yeah. My main man, Viggo Mortensen.
I've got a great story for this. Okay. So I was working at the theater. Yeah. When this movie comes out, and these women, older women, like 60s. They come and we didn't have it at our theater because it was a limited release.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So they're asking me, hey, do you have the new Viggo Mortensen movie? And I was like, no, it's playing at our sister theater across town. And they're like, oh man, because we love Viggo. And I was like, oh, and dude, I hadn't seen it. So I was like, oh yeah, this and that. And then I saw it that weekend, and all I could think about was like these women going to watch that movie and being horrified.
Just traumatized.
Yeah, could you imagine that? And then them watching Eastern Promises, A History of Violence, like I said, when it is violent, it's crazy, and it has some of the most graphic sexual activity I've ever seen in a rated R film.
Oh, big time. It seems so
it seemed real. Like if it ever came out that they were like doing those sex acts, I would be like, totally.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Everybody in this movie hits a home run as far as casting.
It's a slow movie though, guys. It's slow. It's viciously slow.
If you're into slow burns,
yeah,
and a good
No Country for Old Men, type pacing. There will be blood.
Yeah. I got to give a big shout out to my main man, William Hurt.
Oh yeah, that's your boy.
Who gets an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting for 10 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, he's so good.
He steals the last 10 minutes.
He's so good in there. He's so good. I forgot that he was in there though because it's only like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and oh my god! But I don't want to talk too much about it. I want you to. I want you to
if you
watch
haven't seen it,
go watch.
Like I said, slow burn. If you like good camera work, if you like
good
dialogue and setup, and the space for nothing to happen,
right?
It is good.
Yes,
it's definitely, I think, a director's movie.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And it's from what I hear, it's pretty. It holds true to the comic book pretty well. A graphic novel rather.
Yeah,
it's pretty true to it. So yeah, check it out, kids. Good movie. A+ for me.
Yep. To this day, one of the best comic book movies ever. Sin City.
Oh yeah.
Robert Rodriguez with Frank Miller co-directing.
Yeah, and Quentin.
And Quentin directing some scenes. A little, putting his stank on it. We have I'll say it, the best adaptation of a comic book to screen ever.
Absolutely. No, I agree.
Yeah.
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
You can't deny it.
There's a movie coming out in 2006 that gets close, but it is not as accurate as Sin City. When I saw Sin City, my jaw hit the ground. I could not believe that they had not only captured what Frank Miller, like that is what noir is to me.
Right.
That it's a neo noir, because it's not straight hard-boiled detective type stuff.
But it is noir.
Yes, it saw that and then beat it up and then made Sin City.
Absolutely.
And we have excellent casting. We have, Jessica Alba in another comic movie, which Nancy is I think her best character ever. I was so excited when they come back to her. That was the only good part about the sequel was Nancy's story. That was new that Frank Miller had done for that movie.
You must have known.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Writing was on the roll for that second one.
We needed
it. This, for those who don't know, it is based off of a series, right?
Yeah.
Frank Miller.
Yeah, tons of miniseries.
Yes.
3-issue miniseries, one shots.
Yeah.
6-issue miniseries. It's several comics.
Oh my God.
It's several comics that all take place in Basin City.
Yes.
It's a town full of corrupt cops.
Oh yeah.
Hookers with power, mobsters, gangsters,
brawlers, boozers.
It's lovable badasses with a heart of gold type stuff, and it is just this crazy stew of awesome.
Yep. I mean, everybody's casting. I don't think there's a weak link in casting. Our Rosario Dawson's in there.
So good.
Amazing. Even Clive Owen, whose story might be the slowest one in the movie, is still amazing.
But has some of the best one-liners, the best scenes.
Yeah. With Benicio playing Jackie Boy.
Yeah.
And oh my God, dude. I mean,
Benicio's Jackie Boy. Everybody so in there. That may be everybody who's in there. That may be, if not their best role, it's like it's in discussion
because it's so good. I mean, Bruce Willis playing Detective Hartigan.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Mickey Rourke revived Mickey Rourke's career playing
Mickey
Marv.
Rourke is so good at Marv. It put being a man's man, but then caring about what happens to people. It made it really cool.
Yes.
And before, they talk about it. Clive Owen saying, in the old days,
they would have thrown him girls like Nancy.
Yeah. Marv would have thrown girls like Nancy.
Yeah,
it's like, but now they drool over, girls like that.
Yeah, he would have been a gladiator. In his time.
Burying an axe into another, person's chest in the battlefield.
And this is one of those movies that where narration works. Again, playing to old school noir, and it works very well. Shout out to Powers Booth.
Oh gosh,
killing it in there.
R.I.P. Yeah,
Rourke, one of the
Senator Rourke.
Senator Rourke.
Yeah. There's Cardinal Rourke and Senator Rourke.
Oh yeah, and then my God, Elijah Wood as Kevin, creepy Kevin.
How is he so terrifying? He doesn't say a dang thing.
Oh, no matter I literally just got chills thinking about it.
No matter how much I cut off, he does. That
smirk
on
his face.
It's some of the best narration. For my money, it's Frank Miller's best work by far.
Absolutely.
And
that's including Born Again. I would say this in a way is as a whole.
Yes.
Trumps it.
Yeah, because he created a new art style for it.
God.
Where it almost feels like he's being lazy. But then
it's not.
But it's all subtle.
It's dripping with atmosphere.
Oh my gosh.
The shadows are pouring off the page. It's amazing.
No comic feels like this. No. And no comic will ever feel like this.
Yeah, because they'll be like, oh, you're ripping it off.
Dude, I didn't realize how emotional it makes me. It's so good.
I was getting ready to say that.
Yeah.
Just talking about it, I'm getting amped and I'm getting sad because my favorite line in that movie comes from Bruce Willis's Hardigan.
Go for it.
Spoilers, obviously. Yeah. It's after he gets Nancy safe from the Rourkes, or Yellow Bastard.
Yeah.
And he tells her to go. He's going to take care of it. He's got some friends on the force. Ends up telling Nancy to go. Mm-hmm. And he ends up shooting himself.
Yeah.
And he says, there's no way I could take down the Rourkes if I'll punch out God after I do that. And then he ends up, he blows his brains out and he says, old man dies, young girl lives. Fair trade.
Yeah.
God, I love that line.
Blows his brains out. Yeah. Spoilers.
Yeah. And the way they shoot it is so good.
So good. It's so good.
So good, man. But yeah, that is my favorite line in that movie.
Yeah. Dude. I gotta say, my favorite Sin City story was not in either of the films, which really bummed me out. It's called Silent Night, and it's a short story.
Yeah.
It's a short story. It's my absolute favorite Sin City story, and it's there's only a couple words of dialogue in it. You see Marv, who is again this lovable badass with a heart of gold. If something's wrong, he's gonna help any way he can.
Yeah.
And so he goes up to this door, knocks on this door. The slider opens, and you see it. You see eyes. He holds up cash. They let him in. They're kind of walking him down this hallway, and on either side, there's basically jail cells, and you just see kids kind of huddled in corners. They're obviously trafficking people. These people who are running it are Nazis. So they open up a door, and you see this very young girl sitting there in the corner, scared. And Marv gives them the money, and then murders everybody there. Just kills all the Nazi people who are there. And it's Frank Miller's crazy Nazis, where it's a chick with big breasts, with swastikas on her nipples. And
always has that symbolism.
Yeah,
somewhere,
just so
dude.
Strange.
Was that actually the Epstein residence? What was that?
Dude, right? And so after he just destroys all of them, he opens up this door, and that girl's all scared, and he's I can't remember the woman's name, and he or the girl's name. He's I'll just call her Nancy. He says, Nancy, your mother's looking for you, and he picks her up and he walks out. It is the single most badass scene in a comic.
In a comic book, absolutely.
It's so
It
good.
is up there.
Yeah.
It is in that top 5, man. Oh yeah, I love
that. The short story is called Silent Night. Like I said, it's only a couple pages, so you can probably find it on Google pretty easy.
Yeah,
totally check it out. It's awesome. Yep. Great Frank Miller stuff.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite story in the
movie?
Yeah, in the movie.
I want to say Hardigan's story, but it's Marv's story. Come on. It's Marv's, dude.
Yeah. My favorite stuff is the Hitman.
Oh!
Yeah, the beginning and the end. The Hitman is... I
forgot all about that. That's so subtle.
Josh Hartnett.
Yeah. Forgot all about that.
Yeah, I tell her I love her.
Yeah.
I hold her tight.
Mm-hmm.
Bang!
Oh my God.
I cash her check in the morning. Yeah, oh, it's so good.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Sin City, you need to go watch Sin City.
I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah.
I forgot how much I loved
Batman, Constantine, Sin City, maybe A History of Violence.
Yeah.
And if I go to look for A History of Violence and Fantastic Four's on, I'll watch that first, We're going to come off this super high, and we're going to go low.
That's how highs work.
That is how they work. And we're going to talk about, just briefly, Son of the Mask.
Oh, dear, that is a crash.
Yeah, garbage movie. The only reason we bring it up because The Mask is based off of a comic.
Very violent one.
Very violent. It's not at all the cartoony Jim Carrey, which is a better version of The Mask in my opinion.
Me too. I like that.
It's just fun. It's just fun. I've never seen some of The Mask. I just bring it up because it is technically based in comic book world.
It was before the MCU and stars Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
As the titular Mask character, and then a very over talented. What are you doing in this movie, Alan Cummings, as Loki?
He does that a lot. And
Bob Hoskins as Odin.
I
have seen this movie.
Oh, awesome.
And live to tell the tale.
Well, it makes sense. There's some gentle BDSM and Norse mythology in there for you, so it makes sense that you would at least try it.
Oh my God! But
the safe word is somebody stop me. We have
smoking, baby.
We have one more movie that really fits. I think this is a great year for this. It fits into Constantine. It fits into History of Violence. It fits in with Sin City, and it's V for Vendetta.
Oh my! I thought that was 06.
It is 05. It's on my 05 list.
Okay. My God!
I'll vet it real quick. Because
maybe I just watched it because I did not see this in the theater.
Okay. Is that a fact?
No,
2005.
So maybe that's because I remember watching it. That's why. And I feel bad. Shame on me for not going to the theater and watching it. I don't know what was going on with me at that time, but well, amazing adaptation.
Yes.
Alan Moore.
Yes. Another Alan Moore property that is
with his name off of it.
Which is too bad because this was another good one that was very
close.
much in the vein.
It was close to it.
The Wachowskis.
Yes.
They are the ones who adapted this screenplay.
Absolutely.
And they direct it. And as far as I'm concerned, they knock it out of the park.
Oh, God. And this is right out of... First movie after Matrix, correct?
It is.
Or is this Speed Racer territory yet?
I don't think we're at Speed Racer yet. I don't think so.
So they still have the heat.
They still got some heat.
Major Revolutions let down a lot of people.
Tons.
But everyone was still excited about the Wachowskis. Okay, what can they do?
Yeah.
And they hit us with this. And my God, I don't even know where to start with this.
Hugo Mother effing Weaving as V. As our character, and he was perfect. He was perfect for this role. I can't believe how good he is without us seeing his face. Natalie Portman, again another comic book alum who's about to get about to come off and get her due on Thor: Love and Thunder. Dude, this movie's excellent.
There's nothing about this movie for me that doesn't work. Again, playing to identity.
Yes.
Playing to roles in subjugated governmental ties. Referencing Guy Fawkes in a, this is where all the Guy Fawkes references come from.
Nobody. The only reason people know who Guy Fawkes is because of this movie. The only reason I knew who Guy Fawkes was because of the comic book.
Right. Me too.
And then I had to research it.
Right, totally.
And it is just one of those movies that stands alone. It's in that bubble of the Sin City where it's an amazing adaptation that's not a superhero movie, that's anti-government, anti-establishment, also anti-fascist, also
I believe it's
Nazi
anti-everything.
It's anti-everything while also standing for, at the very least, what you think is right.
It's standing for the individual in you and not trying to prescribe to what everything's forced on you. I mean, the movie opens with several TV screens showing different newscasts saying different things. I mean, I don't think it's subtle, but a lot of people might think that's subtle. But it's amazing. It's testament to the Wachowskis actually layering their stories.
Yeah.
They're doing it well this time.
Yeah.
Not unlike Matrix Revolutions.
Yeah, when you can balance your estrogen and your testosterone, you can make magic. Okay? This movie is titular. It's amazing.
It's so good.
It does so many things for you because you go in expecting something, and then I got more.
You got way more.
I got more than I thought I was going to get.
I mean, my favorite scene, again, spoilers, but go watch this if you haven't seen it. You're stupid if you haven't seen it.
15 years old.
Yeah. Is the breakdown scene.
Yeah.
Where they break down Natalie Portman's character, Evie.
Yeah.
When he kidnaps her, breaks her down.
Yeah.
That scene is, I'm shocked she didn't get a nod for that.
I am too.
The desperation in her eyes. You see a broken person seeing hope again.
How do you act that? When she gets the rain?
Yes.
Oh my God, dude, you feel it. You well up emotion. To me, it's a better performance than Black Swan.
I think it is too.
Yeah, it's just, and I think it's better because I like the source material better. But
I just think on a level,
to not even get a nod, it's ridiculous.
Thank you. Yeah.
But this is still very early on. I mean, still today, comic book movies don't get their due. Okay, they don't. In terms
unless you're
awards.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, unless you it's effects, it's costumes. But in terms of like the acting,
there
haven't been as many.
We got somebody from Black Panther. At least they're kind of seeing it a little bit.
They're trying.
Yeah. I don't know. This movie was just. It had no business being that good.
It
really didn't, man. I mean, the way balancing everything, the politics, and balancing personal politics as well. It just made so much sense for the time.
Yeah.
And honestly, a little, it was foreshadowing what we're in now.
A little bit.
It's scary.
A little bit.
It really is, man. And
I love the conspiracy aspect of it. I love that we don't know what to believe. A lot.
Right.
Like there's so much really good red herring / misdirection stuff.
Yeah.
And it I don't know, it works. It was something that I had never seen before. And another movie that I haven't seen since.
Right. Yes.
That style of
the
anarchy.
Violence was over the top, but it felt oddly realistic.
The bullet time on the knives is great.
Oh my god.
The fight scenes are hard hitting.
Oh yeah.
You believe in V's agenda.
Yes.
And at the very least you believe that he believes it.
Yeah,
maybe you'd stop him, maybe you'd stop the train.
Right.
But you would never say this guy's crazy.
No. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I don't find his character to be crazy.
I don't either. I feel like he's completely in control of his actions. Yeah. I mean, oh my god.
Oh, and it's got that reference to the Count of Monte Cristo, the original Count of Monte Cristo film.
Oh my god, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's solid movie, guys. There's 2005
very viciously verbose.
It may be my favorite. It may be my favorite before there was an MCU year. It might be. It's just because it hits all the moments.
I can't argue with you.
It's hard. It's because we get.
I think it is.
We get arguably the best Batman movie of all time. Yeah. Arguably. I understand Dark Knight, guys. I get that. But arguably Batman Begins is the best Batman movie of all time. We get that, occulty, black magic thing with Constantine. We get something for the ladies in Elektra. We get something for the family in Fantastic Four.
We get the something for the indie snob with History of Violence.
History of Violence. Sin City.
Yeah.
We're getting...
torn from the pages of Sin City.
There's so much ridiculously...
I think this movie, B for Vendetta, is a accumulation of all those movies.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's got the family vibe of Fantastic Four. It's got the indie snob stuff of History of Violence. It's torn from the pages of like Sin City. Mm-hmm. It's got the origin story like Batman Begins, a gritty origin story almost. What else am I missing?
Natalie Portman's monologue.
It has nothing to do with Elektra. Actually, strong female character.
Yeah, strong female character. Her monologue at the end,
with that score playing.
Yes, the stuff is blowing up. You're seeing the people take their masks off. We're seeing people that had passed, could be my brother or my mother. It's so good, guys. There's a lot of movies on here that if you haven't seen or if you haven't seen in a while, I think it's time to revisit.
I'm watching that tonight.
I think it's time to revisit. Kids, that was 2005 of before there was an MCU. If you like what we're doing, please hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends. Share, spread it, man. We really need to get these subscribers up. We're doing a good job.
We're doing good.
You guys have really helped us out a lot.
Thank you.
But if you could send some links out, it would be awesome. Let's get some, or just tell them, hey, go subscribe.
Go subscribe. Go check out a show.
Eric, do you have any final thoughts for us today?
No, I don't, man. 2005 was it, man.
Was the year.
Yeah.
That's
all I gotta say.
Oh gosh, you're so ridiculous. Kids, thank you so much for watching and listening. I have been your host, Roman Chavez.
I'm still Erik Icarus.
And we will catch you on the next podcast.